The biggest truth about trading. David Jaffe with BestStockStrategy.com. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. I read everyone's comments and I also respond to everyone's comments as well. The biggest truth about trading is that you are not rewarded for effort. You are not rewarded for being frenetic and for having frenetic activity. Instead, the only way that you're rewarded is by making good decisions and being disciplined. A lot of people have the misled or the incorrect perception that successful traders are those who are in front of a computer screen or 5 computer screens, and they are very frenetic in their activity where they're jumping in and out of trades, buying and closing consistently throughout the day. This is not how successful traders operate, especially retail traders, where, as I've said on numerous occasions, the probability that you're going to be successful day trading is around 0.15%. And for those people who are successful, they only make 5% above holding a simple SPY index. I could earn more than 5% a year by simply buying the SPY index and selling covered calls against it. So for many traders, they have the incorrect and wrong assumption that in order for you to be successful, you have to sit or stand behind 5 or 10 computer monitors and have a numerous number of indicators and stochastic methods and moving averages and analyze everything. That is completely false. You are not rewarded as a trader for being active. You are rewarded for making good decisions and for being extremely disciplined. There are times when I will make one trade in an entire week. In May of 2019, when the stock market was down around 9%, I made money. And the reason for this is that I am extremely disciplined in optimizing my order entries and making sure that I do not overtrade. When Tasty Trade tells you that you have to trade often, I'm not sure if they're intentionally enticing people to use their Tastyworks platform to increase their commission and therefore increase their revenue that is generated through Tastyworks, because I do believe that they pay for order flow and also they earn commissions for every trade that is executed through their platform. But I can tell you that people who trade often will oftentimes end up losing money. And the reason is that when you trade often, a lot of people will end up not allocating money towards their best opportunities. So when you have a situation that has transpired recently, and now I believe it's June 13th of 2019, around 7 weeks ago, Google was trading at around $1,280. Then it reported earnings and it dropped around $100. Then there was a DOJ investigation or an announcement regarding the DOJ Department of Justice probe, and then Google fell another $80. At one point last week, Google traded all the way down to around $1,030. That's around $250 or around 22% down from where it was simply trading 6 weeks previous to that. If you had been patient, you would have waited until Google fell to around 1030. You would have waited for it to stabilize. So you would have waited for it to increase in price off the 1030. So therefore it tells you that you're not trying to catch a falling knife and that the stock is stabilized and it's also started to go up a little bit. Then you would have sold the 950 strike and you would have collected around $7 in premium, especially because the volatility in Google at that time was extremely high. It had very high IV rank at that specific moment. However, people who initially sold the first bounce in Google when it fell around $100 after it reported earnings, they lost a tremendous amount of money because they were not patient and they tried to guess the bottom and they traded too often. They thought that they would get paid for being active, but in the stock market, mistakes get punished. And if you trade too often and you have a fear of missing out and you don't make good decisions, you are going to lose money. Again, I believe that I'm one of the best and most successful traders in the world, and there are times when I make one opening trade an entire week. I am helping someone who has around a $5,000 account, and he's up over 50% this year. And he makes around 2 trades every single month. That's it. He never enters trades with the expectation that he's going to have to manage that trade. And this is one of my big criticisms of Tasty Trade and also Option Alpha, where I don't understand why you would sell iron flies on ETFs, or you would sell straddles or even strangles, when oftentimes the call side is going to get tested. Because why would you ever enter a trade with the expectation that you're going to have to manage that trade at a later date? You should not do that, because it's extremely stressful, and also it is going to increase your stress load and also decrease the amount of time that you can allocate to different activities. David Jaffe with BestStockStrategy.com. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. And remember, the biggest misconception in trading is that you are rewarded for being active, and that is completely false. Make sure that you're disciplined, and make sure that you are always patient.